So here's a short video about how to use the TI-83, TI-84 calculator for the chi-squared test. So suppose you have some data like this. This is your observed table. In this case we're looking at, does your smoking preference depend upon your gender? So we would start by putting that into the calculator. So you go to second matrix, and we need to edit a matrix to put the data into the table on the calculator. So we're going to edit that and turn it into a 2 rows times 1, 2, 3 columns. So I go edit and I change that to 2 times 3, and now I just type the data in. So I've got 20, 17, 33 male non-smokers, 19, 14, 47. The previous data was already there for me. So I can come back out of that now that's entered. This is a normal calculator. To get the calculator to perform the chi-squared test, well, it's a statistical test, so we look under Stat, and it's a chi-squared test. So we scroll across to Tests, and if you scroll down far enough, you'll find the chi-squared test. I've gone past it. Okay. So we select that. We tell it, yes, our observed table is stored in matrix A. It will calculate the expected table for you, and it will store it in matrix B. And that's all you need to do. So we scroll down and say, calculate, do the work. So the chi-squared value is 2.108 and so on. The p-value is 0.348. and the degrees of freedom was 2. So we would now either go to a table of critical values, look across the degrees of freedom is 2 row, and find whether our calculated chi-squared value was greater than the 95% critical value, which if you do this you should find that the 95% value is 5.991. So our calculated value is not sufficient to say that this is a statistically significant result. The p-value tells you the probability of this having happened by chance. So if we're looking for 95% confidence, the biggest we can accept for the p-value is 0.05% or 0.05. That's the lack of confidence, the uncertainty. So this one's got 34.8% uncertainty about it. So it's another way of saying that this is definitely not a statistically significant result. So we accept H0, the null hypothesis, and reject H1. Occasionally, the examiner will ask you to give values from the expected table. And if you need to do that, you can go and find the table in the same way that we entered the data to begin with. So we go down to second matrix, and we look down to matrix B. We say show us that matrix, and there it is with loads of decimal points, 18.2, 14.46, and so on. So you can scroll up and scroll across if you want to see whole number. It's as easy as that.